Hey everybody, Dan with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about why asking the right questions can help your recovery. It can actually help you with lots of things in life. So, hands on heart, micro meditation. Drop the shoulders, loosen the body, smile. Keep doing that as we get going. So the origin of this concept is a gentleman I met probably 12, maybe 15 years ago at a workshop, a marketing workshop. And this gentleman was a budding author. His name is Noah St. John. And he wrote a book called The Secret Code of Success. And what he did was he really challenged the self-help industry and their practice of affirmations. I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm wealthy, and all these things, these affirmations. And in this mind-body space, I'm healthy, I'm pain-free, and all this stuff. So a lot of times people in this space talk about affirmations. And what I want to do is flip that, giving credit to Noah St. John. He also wrote other books, the book of Affirmations with an O instead of an I. So giving credit to Noah. But the concept here is that making statements that we don't believe is oftentimes, one, not sustainable, because if we don't believe it, we're not going to do it enough until the brain buys into it. And the brain just basically calls BS and says, no. I'm pain-free, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm limber, whatever. The brain goes, no, you're not. We don't believe it. And then we don't do it because we kind of feel silly telling ourselves stuff we don't believe. I'm going to get better. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. A lot of times those things kind of fall on deaf ears with our own self-talk. So introducing this concept of affirmations, which is asking questions that lead your brain to the insights that we want the brain to come up with. The reason questions are so important is because our brain operates on like these open loops. You pose a question, you may not even know the answer to it, but the brain kind of loops on it and keeps on looking for an answer to the questions we pose to it. For example, you ever have a conversation with a friend and you're thinking, well, who's the actor in that movie about this? And nobody can figure it out. And they're like, I don't know either. You forget about it. You go on with your conversation. And then like 8 hours later, all of a sudden the actor's name pops into your mind. How? Because your brain works on questions and seeks to answer them. And even in the subconscious, it's operating in the background. So let's work with the brain the way the brain functions. And instead of making statements, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm pain-free, that the brain doesn't believe and immediately goes, shuts it down. Asking questions. And again, this is Noah's, idea. Asking questions that lead the brain to look for an answer. So why is it so easy to know I'm going to get better? Don't answer it in the moment, but just put your brain to work on that. Why is it so easy to fall asleep? How come I know tomorrow's going to be a better day? Right? You guys get the idea. Asking questions that lead your brain to work on the answer. Because here's how it works. Many of us ask the opposite questions. Why can't I get better? Why is this not working? Why is it so hard to control my diet? How come I can't work out? How come I can't get to the gym? How come I can't overcome the fear? What's interesting is when you ask a question about your fearful things or things you're not doing that you think you should, the brain's going to go to work to find all those reasons. So imagine if you ask yourself, why am I such a loser? Do you really want to task your brain to answer that question over and over and over again? It's going to be like, well, this happened, that happened, that happened. If you ask yourself the question, why is it so hard to get better? How come I can't overcome my fear? Guess what? Your brain's going to find 50 reasons why your questions are your reality. Why can't I get better? Your brain's going to go, well, because you're too scared, you still think it's a physical thing, and it's going to come up with a bunch of stuff. So asking the right questions is super important to put your brain to work for you. Again, why is it so easy to fall asleep? How come I know I'm going to get better? Let your brain stew on that, because it's going to come up with things like, well, we know what's causing it. It's a TMS, perceived danger thing. I'm not really broken. And therefore, your brain's going to come up with reasons to support you and support your effort. I hope that makes sense. So affirmations are asking yourself empowering questions that lead your brain to come up with the answers that support your journey, support your recovery. And notice the questions you ask yourself, because if you are asking yourself, how come I can't get over this fear? How come I can't decide that this is a mind-body condition? How come I can't let go of the medical diagnosis? How come I can't let go of the things I've heard from doctors or these bad neighborhoods on the internet? Your brain's going to answer those questions for you, even though those answers will not serve you. All they'll do is confirm why your question is correct. Like, yeah, how come I can't get better? Your brain's going to find a bunch of reasons. So empowering questions is really, really key. I've heard a quote, not sure exactly who said it, but the quality of your life is based on the quality of your questions. So evaluate the questions you're asking yourself. And if you are trying to do self-talk, which is based on statements of, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, and you don't believe it, and your brain doesn't believe it, experiment with this concept of affirmations. So turn that statement into a question. Why is it so easy to know that I'm safe? Why is it so easy to feel comfortable in my body? Things like that. So look at the affirmations that you're trying to make and switch it and form it as a question. So play around with this stuff, folks. Really, play around with it. I think you're going to like it. And if you'd like to check out the guy who kind of planted this seed, check out Noah St. John on Amazon. He's got a number of books. The original was The Secret Code of Success. Now, this guy's not a pain guy. He's a self-help type of a guy. The Book of Affirmations, and he's got a number of them. And by digging into any of his works, or even looking him up online, the internet, YouTube, you may find him giving a lot of examples of how to use these affirmations to serve you, instead of letting our disempowering questions kind of feed us beliefs that we can't do whatever we're trying to do. So, love you folks. As always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.